Don't worry about it. They can, even if they just watch the video later on on YouTube, that's cool too. Um, okay, cool. Okay, yeah, sweet, sweet. Everything is all good. Everything is live. We'll just give it a few minutes for some people to come through. Yo, shout out to Harv717 for the follow. Is that someone you know?
Hope so.
Okay,
I don't
cool,
know.
cool. Yeah,
I hope
appreciate
so.
you. Thank you for the follow. We're just getting ready to start the stream. Yo, what is up? Yo, what's up? What's up, Harv? What's good? We got 2023 UK national champion Daniel here. We're about to. Do you want to call you Danny, or do you prefer Daniel? Like, would you
Either, whatever you go with. I think most UK people know me as Danny. Those are
Danny?
my
Okay,
younger
cool,
days.
cool,
But
cool,
in
Danny.
a professional sense, yeah, they go by my proper name.
All
But
right,
we're friends, so I'll let you call me Daddy.
cool, cool, Danny. Sweet, sweet. I remember we played at nationals, right? I think we drew, right? Like round two
Yeah,
or
run
something.
two, run two. I was going to talk
Crazy.
about it. We'll bring it up later.
All
We'll
right,
talk about
cool,
it
cool,
later.
cool. Yeah, we will. 3 viewers on YouTube right now. Let's go. Let's go. We're getting a couple people in, and then we will get started.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. Sunday night, little chill stream for people to come in and listen to us while they brush their teeth and have their dinner or get ready to go to bed to start work on Monday. Um, yeah, man. Appreciate you taking the time. Okay. And like, you don't have any other like photos of you like holding the trophy and stuff? Because there wasn't really much official
Uh,
coverage I could find when I was googling.
no, no, it was weird. It was weird. After the final, it just gave me the trophy and that was it.
Crazy.
That was literally it. There was no like interview or anything afterwards. It was weird.
No interview. Damn.
Nothing. No, no. And you know what's even more heartbreaking? The deer was on comms. Supposed to be my guy. He's supposed to have my back.
Bro,
And
if
I
it
got
was me, I
nothing.
would have forced him. I would have forced him. I was like, we're not ending the
Yeah, I did.
show
I did.
until he comes
I
on.
did it Euros. I did it Euros. I forced him to give me an interview.
Crazy.
So there's a picture of me at Euros that year as like a bounty deal host. There is
Yeah.
another picture. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Sweet, sweet. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to hear about your experience today and just everything that went into that and just finding out more about you as a player. 'Cause Arise Hart did nothing wrong. Light blue player, that's Ollie Newton.
No, bring my boy back. My boy back.
Yeah.
We'll fix everything. No more Draco Tail. You won't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Shout out to Andy Swan, 1905 Gramps, King of London. Crazy. That's a crazy King of London is inside joke. That's crazy. I don't even live in London. All right. Okay, we got 5 people on YouTube, one on Twitch. I think this is a good place to get started, and then people will just roll in as they come. So, all right. What's good, guys? It's your boy JY, and we have Between the Rounds, episode 3. We have another special guest for you. So, today we have the 2023 UK national champion, Daniel Khan, here with us today. We're going to be chatting with him, finding out more about him as a player, hearing about his experience playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And yeah, Danny, bro, how are you doing, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, good. Like, it's been fun streaming. It's crazy to think we're on like the third kind of installment of the show. Looking forward to having you on and just hearing
Oh, you're
about your
getting big, huh?
experience, man. Oh, we got more people coming in. We got 8 people on YouTube, 4 people on Twitch. Appreciate everyone rolling through. Everyone who's joining, please make sure to like the stream. Follow me on all the platforms, all the good stuff. But yeah, let's you won nationals with Kashira. We're going to be talking about that and talking about your experience. For people who don't know, like every country in Europe has like a national championship, and to be like the national champion is like a really prestigious title. It's a really big event, usually the biggest event of the year for that particular country. You play 2 days, you play like 10, 11 rounds of Swiss, then it goes to a top cut single elim to determine who's the winner, and then the winner will get like flights and a comp for Euros, and they get a trophy and they get the title of being the national champion, which is something I desire. Like I one day hope to be a national
One
champion
day,
as
bro.
well.
One day. Trust me.
Yeah, but before we go into your experience, winning nationals and all that, let's go back to the beginning. This is kind of what I do. I find out how did you get into Yu-Gi-Oh? Take us back to your first introduction to Yu-Gi-Oh, the trading card game.
Yeah, sit down. It's a long story. Uh, so like most people, I'm like a big '90s kid. So the anime was like on TV when I was a kid, so I watched it a lot. But I never really took an interest in the card game. I actually didn't even know the card game was a thing. It was just something that I watched on TV. And then it wasn't until these two new kids came to the street. So there were two brothers. One was like a year older than me, and one was a couple of years younger. And they had Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And at that time, there was like no other kids my age on the street. So naturally, kids play with kids their same age, and they basically introduced me to Yu-Gi-Oh. And like most people, back when you're kids, you just play with whatever mishmash cards you have. You don't think about archetypes or anything. You don't even play by the rules. You just make it up as you go along. And we literally used to play Yu-Gi-Oh outside on the street, like on the pavement. Like that's how crazy it was. And we'd only stop playing until like I don't know, the wind blew the cards away or it got too windy. That would literally the only thing that would stop us. Um, so that was literally my first like experience with Yu-Gi-Oh. Those two kids ended up moving away like within like a year. Uh, and then with them gone, that was just it for me with Yu-Gi-Oh. Like there's nobody to play with, so I just stopped playing as well. And then it wasn't until I always knew Yu-Gi-Oh was a thing. I just like never bothered. I was into like different kind of things at that time. It wasn't until I got to uni and my group of friends, we were just sitting there. It was me and two other guys, and I think it was like a McDonald's or something one summer, and we were just talking about like things we liked as kids. Like One Piece or Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, things like that. And then we said Yu-Gi-Oh, and Yu-Gi-Oh was the one thing we all went, "Oh shit, Yu-Gi-Oh! We loved that." And we just started talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. And neither they both had similar backgrounds with me. They played as kids, but didn't keep up with the game or anything. And then I was like, "Fuck it, let's just go get some cards. Let's just see what Yu-Gi-Oh's like." This was like 2015, I think. I want to say. So we went to a shop that wasn't too far. We went to the kind of card section and we just bought Megatons. So I don't even know what Megaton it was, but we bought the Megatons. We cracked them open. I opened the pack and I was like, "What the hell are these white and black cards?" I didn't know what they were. I'd never seen a Synchro or an XYZ in my life. So I just looked at them. I was like, "Nah, forget this." I chucked them away, and they did the same because they didn't know what they were. And we just like you would as a kid, we just like put a bunch of cards together and just played amongst ourselves. Didn't know the ban list at the time. Didn't know we knew the rules roughly, but again, didn't really know how things were working at that time. We did that for like a few days, and then one of my friends, he must have gone home and like researched on YouTube and stuff. Because he came in the next day and he was like synchro summoning, XYZ summoning. I was like, "What's this guy doing?" Anyway, he slapped us like really quickly, and he was like, "Yeah, I just went online and like figured out the rules and stuff." And he was like, "I found this thing called a ban list, and like half our decks are illegal."
Oh
we had
damn.
like we had like crazy cards in our deck that you couldn't play, and we bought packs. I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was like War of the Giants or something. It
Oh, was that like
was like a
the
battle pack
draft
or
pack,
something.
battle pack? Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was, right? I didn't know it was a draft pack. We just picked them up, and it turns out for the type of Yu-Gi-Oh we're playing, it was perfect for that. You had cards like Pot of Greed, Graceful in there, which are banned obviously, but for like draft they're fine. Uh, so yeah, we played that for a while, and one of my friends, he was like really, really self-conscious about it. So anytime anyone in uni would see us playing, he'd like put the cards on the floor and like pretend he was doing something else. Yeah. Basically, he just ducked. And at that time, I was like, I don't really care. So I'm having fun or whatever. So he quit playing, but me and my other friend, we kept playing. Um, and he's still like one of my best friends today. We still play both of us. Um, and then from there, dude, it just kind of you just start going to locals, you start playing in events. It just goes from there, basically. Yeah, that was 2015, so that must have been like BA format, Cosmo BA, that kind of
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if you're playing. I don't know if you're playing back then, but that was my first kind of introduction into the game as a competitive player.
Yeah, yeah. And like I think I started around 2016, like when Pepe came into effect, like the full power
So
Pepe.
unlucky,
That was when I
unlucky,
joined. So
bro.
yeah, we're around the same time, around the same time. So
Yeah,
I'm
same kind of
curious,
era.
how old are you? Like 29, 28?
I wish, bro. I'm 30.
30, okay, okay, okay. So I mean,
Uh,
I'm 27, so there's just a few years between us. So,
yeah, yeah.
um, and like you said that you watched the anime initially. So talking about the anime, which I ask everybody this: which Yu-Gi-Oh anime is your favorite, and tell me why.
I've only watched the original. I've not watched any of the rest of them. Like
Okay,
I've seen clips, but I've never sat down and watched like any of them. I've only ever watched the original, so I guess I have to say the original.
okay, the original. I mean, that's usually the best and the most solid answer. Okay, and now like if we dig a little bit deeper, like which Yu-Gi-Oh character is your favorite and why?
Probably Joey. 'Cause that's the first picture deck I bought. Was the Joey one, the red eyes on the front. Yeah, for that reason only.
Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. I
Probably
mean,
Joey.
Joey was that guy,
He's
man.
a
He was
cool guy. He's a cool guy.
on site. He was always ready to scrap. Always ready to scrap
Yeah,
on
yeah,
site. That
hopefully.
guy.
He's the only believable in the one as well. Like you couldn't believe Yugi is a real character. You
Yeah,
couldn't believe Kaiba is this guy with so much money that plays Yu-Gi-Oh. Joey's the only believable one, like the kid from the streets.
yeah. Nah, I rate that. I rate that. Um, okay, so now when you were starting to like get into Yu-Gi-Oh around 2015, and you bought these mega packs, you started buying the battle packs. How did you transition from being like a casual player, just playing with your friends for fun, literally just learning about the ban list, to becoming more competitive? Like, what was that transition like for you?
Um, it was kind of slow because in the beginning I just played like I just played whatever, and I think the first deck I built like as a deck was like Red Eyes, going back to the whole Joey thing again. Because around that time Red Eyes got support, but the deck was like pretty trash. So I think the locals I was getting like beat a lot. And then the first deck I built that's like a proper meta deck was Burning Abyss. That deck has like a special place in my heart. I think I won locals once with it, and I was like, damn, this feels nice. Uh, and then from there, yeah, you just get more, you just get that hunger more and more, and you just want to be better all the time. And I started like watching YouTube videos more and things like that, and learning more about how to play at a higher level. The problem with Yu-Gi-Oh in Scotland is it's not the most competitive. So I'd say it's like a 80-20 split between casual and competitive players. So you don't really have too many people like test yourself against.
Mm.
Yeah, probably from again you go from like winning locals, then playing regionals, doing well at regionals, and you just kind of go from there. You yeah, the more success you see, the more you well for me anyway, the more you tend to feel competitive.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And like, was there like a particular moment where you were like, all right, I want to try, like, where you transition from like just having fun to like, yo, I want to win. Like, was there a particular moment you're like, you know what, I want to win. I want to go for it. I want to take things to above locals, you know?
No, it's funny. You were there when this happened to me.
Yo, really?
You were there. You remember the regional you came to in Scotland? I don't know if you have any Scottish regions you've been to, but you came once. It's the first time we met, and we played each other round one.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who you were. I doubt you knew who I was at the time. And I topped that regional, my first ever regional top. I scraped in at eight.
Nice.
And they take the picture and everything. You get the map, bro. Warms the heart.
Yo.
Uh,
Do you have that
I don't.
picture?
Did you travel somewhere? Probably. I don't know.
Yo, am I in
Somewhere
that picture?
probably. Yeah,
Please
yeah.
send it to
You
me.
talked
Please send it
well.
to me. Like, I don't think I
I'll
have
dig it
it.
out.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
dig it out. I'll dig it out. But, that must have been the year you made Worlds, I think.
I already,
Oh
yeah,
no,
I
maybe
already,
the year after.
I already went to Worlds that summer. So it was just after that, because I remember I went
Yeah.
to a few Scottish regionals. I think I went to like two, and the one that we played at, it was it Glasgow? It was Glasgow regional, right?
No, it was. I mean, technically, it was in Glasgow, but it was it's a store that's not there anymore. I can't remember, Largs or something, I think.
Logs, okay, because
Like a really small shop. It was like maybe like maybe 50 people were there. It wasn't a
yeah,
big regional. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny. That was our first interaction. Was back then.
damn. And what did you play?
I played Invoked, Midnight Invoked.
Mech Knight Invoked. I was playing Grass,
And
you know.
yeah, I remember. I remember. And how did it go? I can't remember the game exactly. 2-1, but I don't remember if it was a 2 or a 2-1. But anyway, after the game, you start asking me certain things like, oh, why did you do this, or maybe you should have done that. And kind of like most people, obviously, after you've just lost, you're not happy or anything like that. You're kind
Yeah,
of annoyed at yourself or whatever. So at the time, I took it badly with the kind of things you were saying. But in hindsight, no, don't feel bad. In hindsight, obviously, you were just trying to improve yourself, understand more of what I was doing, and you're on top of that trying to help me as well, like teach me where to interact better. So obviously, I'm still kind of new at the game. You're kind of the same. We're at the same stage basically in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh. So as I've kind of grown up and matured, I've kind of learned that what JY was in fact he was just trying to improve himself and improve me. So thank you
yeah,
for
yeah.
that.
I mean, like the thing is, back in the day, I was a lot. I'm really friendly, like, but back in the day when when I was really competitive and I was younger, I was like, what, like 19, 20. I was a lot more like a bit. I wasn't as like friendly and warm, you know. So yeah, like, and I'm always trying to improve. So like, if I see someone who wants to get better, I'll try to help them and that type of thing. So yeah, I do apologize if I
Yeah.
came across in
No.
any kind
Trust
of
me, dude.
negative way.
It's not even. It's more like in the moment. You've probably felt it yourself. You've just
Yeah,
lost, right? The last thing you want is for like for me anyway. The last thing I want to do is talk about it. I hate talking about my games I've lost because either I've made a mistake or usually when I make a mistake and I lose because of it, I don't want to talk about it. And
yeah,
probably a lot of people feel like that. But to be honest, as I've kind of gotten older, the more I've played, at the end of a game, I tend not to speak because I don't know how they're going to react or I don't know how they're feeling. I tend not to say anything. I'll say like "good game, GG." I'll pack up and I'll kind of leave at that point. I'll say good luck for the rest. If they want to talk, that's fine. If they want tips or anything, again, like yourself, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to share with people. But I've kind of learned over the years, not everybody's gonna, you don't know how they feel at the end of a game. So I
yeah.
tend not to say anything. But I'm appreciative of people that are willing to help. Like you were that day.
Yeah, for sure. And I think respect for losing round one and grinding it out to come eighth. Like,
I lost round one, and then I lost the last round, and then I snuck in at eight.
nice. Respect. It's always tough to lose round one at a tournament. It's like the most like deflating thing, and I think it's so
Yeah, literally,
rewarding
yeah, yeah.
to run it back.
When you run the gauntlet, yeah. It feels that much better.
Yeah, sick. Okay, and so that was the regional where you were like, okay, like I want to be like, was that like one of your first regionals that you played, or had you already played a regional before then?
No, I maybe played like 3 or 4 before that.
Okay.
Never came anywhere close to topping, and then this one was just like the trigger.
Yeah,
Feel
yeah.
like you want that feeling again, basically.
Yeah. Cool. And not to
But
big
it's like
myself up.
as you no, as they're reading the names out, you get to like sixth, seventh. You're on X2. You're like, shit, I've not made it. Then they say your name at eighth. You're like, the whole day was worth it.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And like, the thing is, for you to at that regional to play me round one is kind of tough because like, not to big myself up, but back then, like, I literally had just been to Worlds and like,
Yeah.
been topping
You're the man.
YCSs
You're
and
basically
stuff.
the
So
man.
I was that
You're
year,
basically the man
I
at
was
the
on it.
time.
Yeah.
You're basically the man at the time, and probably that day, you're probably the one player that nobody wanted to play. No offense, but you're like, if I could just avoid him, I'll have a nice day. And I sit down round one. I'm like, here we go. I don't think again. I can't remember the game exactly. I don't think it was. I think it was closer than I probably remembering it was. But you did. I don't think you did. You win that regional? You definitely topped. I can't remember. If
No,
you won that.
I got like second. I think I got second place.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah, or maybe third. Like I know I 100% got top four. It was like second or third. Like the profile is somewhere on Farfus
Yeah,
channel
I'll be
from
somewhere in the
way
archives.
back then. Yeah. It was interesting. Like a bit of story about that event. So when I topped, so the whole of like 2017 when Grass came out, I played many different iterations of the Light Sworn Zombie Zodiac like Grass deck, and I never released a deck profile because pre-worlds I was doing the worlds race, so I did not want to share my deck with anybody to give anyone like any kind of
Hmm.
edge because we had a unique deck that no one else had, right? And back then information was sacred. There was no one was posting tutorials, combo videos, or like, you know, deck profiles as much, because everybody wanted to keep that edge for as long as they could. And then I remember like post worlds, like I just didn't have an opportunity to post the profile, because, you know, normally you'd only do it at the regional, right? Like when there's a YouTuber there or something. And then when I went to the regional, like Nadir was there and he was filming and I topped, and I was like, finally a chance to show off this deck. And this was a week before YCS Prague. So I did the profile with Nadir, showed everyone my deck, and I thought I was not going to play this deck for YCS Prague because I was going to play Spiral at the YCS. And when I posted this profile, I ended up like liking the deck a lot, and it was positioned very well in the format. And by posting it, like I think 7 or 8 people like net decked it. And I go to YCS Prague, and those 7, 8 people played it at Prague. All of them made day 2. And the guy that made the finals was like played the deck because of my profile, and I also topped that event with Lightsworn. So it was quite cool to see like these 7, 8 people that net decked me. All of them made day 2 with the deck, which was crazy to see. But that's just a little side tangent. So
but it's nice when stuff like that happens, isn't it? Like you feel like you've made a literal impact in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
It was similar to me. It was similar to me after Nats. Obviously, my famous moment with the enemy controller, if you remember it. Bro, that card shot up in price like crazy. And it was like just a side deck card. But like when you have that kind of an impact, you're like, damn.
Yeah, no, definitely. And actually, I watched, like, I didn't watch the full feature, but I was like going through it to find the picture of you holding the trophy to post on Facebook. Yeah. And I did see the enemy controller play, which was crazy. So, you know what? Let's go into that. Tell me about your nationals experience, like what it was like, you know, leading up to it, preparing for it, and, you know, going for the win. Just tell us from your perspective what your journey was like leading up to nationals.
You're going to need the context behind it. So this was maybe I don't even know how many Nats I'd played to this point, maybe 4 or 5, and I'd never topped a single one. I'd bubbled like a few times, came really close. My only goal that weekend was to top, bro. Like literally, I just wanted to top. I had no other goals in mind. That was it. I was like, I just want to top. I want nothing else. I felt good with the deck. I felt comfortable. And then I played my friend Pav. We played the same list, almost the same list. We had 1 card difference, and I'll talk about that later. We played each other just like literally just before you hit submit on Neuron. We played each other 6 or 7 times, bro. He won them all. He slapped me every game.
Wow.
And then the deadline came for the list. So he was adamant we had to play 3 talents, right? And if he's watching this now, I hope he is, right? Because I never let him forget this. He was adamant we had to play 3 talents. I said, bro, no, 2 is fine, right?
Sometimes, not all the times. Sometimes, not all the times.
Yeah, exactly. And I said to him, I was like, bro, we'll speak about this after the event, and we'll see who was right. Yeah, who was right.
Okay.
So yeah, my goal was literally just to top. That's all I wanted. So I think the way the tournament was, it was something like 9 or 10 rounds day 1, and then there was only one round day 2. So I won round 1. I play you round 2, and you get away with it. We draw, and then I lost round 3. So I'm saying X1-1.
Wait, you lost round 3 as well, so you were 1-1-1. Oh my god. Yeah. Damn.
And I was like, not again. I was like, I've been here before. Again, it's not going to happen. And then, I don't know, the weight just dropped off my shoulders. Because I was like, I felt like I wasn't going to top. And then I just went on a run. Dude, like you do, I just went on a run. I won every round. And then, so I'm X1-1 at the end of day 1. And then day 2, there's just 1 round. And I get paired against Runic Stun, of all things.
Oh dear.
Bro, we had a 30-minute game 1 that he won.
And this is pre like when the round was only 45 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And the old time rules as well, where like end of phase, life points, whoever's higher wins, right?
That's it, literally that's it. And then game 2, I full lock out all the spell and traps.
Yeah.
He can't play, so that was like really quick.
Nice.
And then game 3, so we draw our hands, and I looked at him as if like, so who's going first, who's going second? Sorry, I asked him right once we finished fighting, and he goes, "Oh shit, I forgot I'm picking." he decided to go second. He decided as if he was going second, as if I
Yeah.
was the one choosing. And I was like, bro, you're choosing. And he goes, I guess I'll go first. And he just sets one and passes. And I was like, here we go. A special dude. And he flipped skill drain. I was like, why is that in your deck in game 3? So he pays 1,000 life points. And yeah, the game was a bit grindy, but he was always behind. And yeah, that was the end of the game.
Wow. Let's
I couldn't
go.
believe it. But the thing is, so when it's your event, it's your event. Like, shit like that goes in your favor, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So then I was confident at top. That made it, you know? And then top, I think it was top 32. I don't think it was top 64. It was top 32. I ended up playing another guy from Scotland. He was on the plant deck, the Rika.
Who was it? Was it Billy or
David Weir.
David?
Like his
Billy's his brother, right?
Yeah, they're twins, but they don't look like twins. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Well,
Cool. Okay, cool, cool.
yeah, we played each other in top 32, so I won. I played.
That was a
I
hard
don't know
match,
who
though,
it was.
right? That was very dice rolly, right? Because the
Bro,
plant deck is FTK.
yeah. I Ash Imperm nibbed him game 1, and then a couple lava golems in game 2, and that was it.
Lava
It's
Golem.
pretty quick. Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
Lava
Yeah.
Golem. Crazy,
Yeah.
crazy. All right.
The only time I seen lava golem the whole event was that, and I saw 2 of them. And he had a full board. He had full board, bro. I went, here you go, here you go. Special unicorn, GG.
Yo, that's
Uh,
nuts.
I played super heavy in top 16. That was a very quick game.
Do you remember
I
who
just
it
unlocked him.
was?
No, I don't remember the name.
Okay, okay.
I just unlocked both his pen skills, and that was it. He couldn't play.
Nice.
Round top 8, I played Darren. We were good friends at the time, me and Darren.
Wait, Darren Stevenson.
Yeah,
Jeez,
yeah,
shout out world's competitor Darren Stevenson. Bro, you taking
Yeah,
us all out. Taking us all out.
yeah. So me and Darren, we played each other at a regional in Scotland. Cash Mirror, he won.
Yeah.
Played each other at another Scottish regional. Cash Mirror, I won. So this was the
Okay.
decider, the trilogy in top 8.
Damn.
I clutched it out. I made him go second game 3, and yeah, I won from there. Then top 8, I was against Jess
Yep.
with her plant deck. It was an interesting game. I'll say that.
Tell me about it. Tell me what
Hello,
happened. What
hello.
happened? We're here for it. We're here for it. What happened? What happened?
Oh, okay. I'll tell you what happened. So we sit down, top 4. Bear in mind, bro, my head's in the clouds. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Right, this wasn't the plan.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
We sit down for top 4, and the way the layout was, the top cut area was like really like included off. Like you couldn't see like anything. So it was just us in the top cut area, and then there was the feature match happening at the feature match table.
Yeah.
They had us right in the middle, and I sat down first. She came after, and I basically said, "Congrats for top 4," and she was like, "Oh, it's not good enough. I need to win."
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, shit on my achievement then. Okay, cool." And then she goes, "Oh, you're from Scotland?" I said, "Yeah." "Oh, so you know my full deck?" I was like, "What does that mean?" She was like, "Oh, you know my full deck." Assuming that David, the guy I played earlier, had told my, because they were. I think they built the deck together.
Yeah.
So she just assumed that he told her everything, and he hadn't. So then we play game 1. I lose.
Mhm.
And then we play game 2. I shout out David for this. So he told me if you ever play a plant deck again in top, the plant decks, I think they were all working together on this deck.
Yeah.
So they all knew each other. They all had basically the same deck. So he told me if you play anyone else in top cut on plants, just send them first after signing. And that's what I did, and she passed on nothing.
Oh, because they just signed
No,
out a
she
lot
didn't
of
pass.
engine for board breakers, or
Yeah, no. Actually, I tell lies. Up game 3. Game 2, she made a board. I broke it quite easily. And then game 3, we drew our hands. She chose to go first, and she just passed on nothing.
okay.
And I just special unicorns. But during the game, bro, like a lot of questionable things went on.
I want to hear it. Like, let's.
Yeah, no.
what happened? What
I'm here.
happened?
I'm here to reveal it. I don't care. I'll reveal all. I don't care. Come at me. The first one was just went to search something, and I asked, "Oh, what is this search?" And then like they put a card in their hand that wasn't a search target. I wasn't super familiar with the plant deck, so I don't know what it was. And then I said, "Oh, I don't think this can search that." And they picked up their deck and went, "Oh no, I can't." picked up the deck and went, oh, I don't have a legal target. And I was like, a little bit sus, but okay, let it go. Then Book of Moon, 2 of my guys, or Book of Eclipse, 2 of my guys. I could tribute one of them for Rika Concon. You know the card, the field spell lets you tribute your opponent's cards.
Right.
Back to your plant cards. I just picked the card up just to read it. I was like, I just want to make double sure. I was like, no, this only lets you tribute face ups.
Okay.
And then I was like, surely you know your deck really well. You are literally the plant person. You should know the deck better than anybody. Like that can't just be a mistake. But I made the judges aware and they didn't do anything about it. And I didn't make a fuss about it or anything. I just let the game go on. And then what really pissed me off was 2 of my friends were standing outside the like where the spectators sit basically. And she told the judges to move them away because they were. She said his friends are standing over there. I don't want them there. Bear in mind that we're really really far away and they can't see anything, and they would literally have to like scream at me to tell me any kind of information. Like so, the judges literally told them to go away. So it was just an uncomfortable duel, and then I won anyway. So
yeah. I mean, congrats for taking it there, and then you go to the finals where you play against Arnold.
Oh, the final, yeah, yeah. So bear in mind, I've never had a feature match before this. This was my first ever feature match.
Whoa, that was your first ever feature match was the finals.
Literally, yeah.
That's
No
nuts.
pressure, yeah.
That's nuts.
So they and the feature match layout was so bad that event, so terrible. They took you through a curtain, through another curtain, and basically you're just in the corner of the venue behind these black curtains. Nobody can see you, nothing. There's no stage or anything. You're just in this. There's just me, Ahmad, and 2 judges, and then there's like cameras and stuff. That's it. Like the weirdest place I've ever played a duel ever. Bear in mind, I told you I played on pavements and shit before, right?
Yeah. I played on pavements too, on the school playground. I think everyone has it.
Yeah. But this was like creepy, bro. Like creepy stuff. Anyway, so I sit there and I'm like to the judge. I was like, "Is it okay if I make a phone call really quickly, just really quickly?" He's like, "Sure, go." And I phoned my wife and I was like, "Oh, you won't believe it. I'm literally in the final." And she was like, "No, you're not." I was like, "Yeah, no. Like, turn on YouTube, watch." She turned it on, and bro, I just started tearing up. Like, I don't even know why. I just got so emotional. I was like, because again, when you don't expect it and you're there, you don't know what to do. But I was like to myself, I was like, I have to win it now. I can't get here and then lose. You know, you have to win it. So I finished the phone call. I go sit at the table. I kind of like, calm myself down. And then, bro, I know the duel as well. I know everything that happened in that duel more than anything. Ahmad goes first. He sets up a full board of the Diablosis Reinhardt birth. I tried to play into it, but he had an axe as well on top, so I was like, I'm not winning this. I scooped up, and I made him go first game too. And I looked at my hand, and I immediately regretted it. I was like, I have nothing to stop him here. I had a Nibiru, but I was like, based on how he played game 1, where he activated burst but never used it, I was like, I don't think Nibiru is going to be good here. Because he gets to do everything, and then at the point where I can nib him, he still has burst live. So I let him play, and then I had talent, so I took his took his Diablosis, made his Zeus after battle phase, and then I went Prosperity to the top 6. In the top 6, there was Econ and Book of Moon. But I had the biggest brain fart of my life because I thought there was already a Book of Moon in my hand. So I picked up Econ, right? I put the cards to the bottom. I look at my hand. There's no Book of Moon. I'm like, oh shit, what have I done? I have a Zeus and an Econ set, and I passed to him. So he goes Special Fenrir, and I'm like, I've got Econ now. I just hope he doesn't have more engine. But Econ take it. He's got a Unicorn as well, so he specials Unicorn. He specials another dude. He burst brings one back. He then has talents on top. So he talents takes his own Fenrir back. And for some reason, bro, he summons another monster from his hand. He goes battle phase, and I go nib. And he goes, no, that was a 4. And he forgot that the Fenrir he took from me was his originally. He completely forgot. He told me after the game. Because I forgot that was my Fenrir that I summoned this turn. So, and then I nibbed him. I gave him the token. The token was huge. I had only a Fenrir in my hand. I had to put the token in attack and the nib in attack. Bro, I took like 7k damage. but I played in main 2, and then I clutched the game out from there. And then game 3, he starts, he Ibli locks me, but my hand was literally perfect. I econ, tributed Ibli, I hit the Rise Heart, he changed the Rise Heart, banishes it, and then I just go special unicorn, special fender, special only 4 times, battle phase, bang.
Wow.
That was a GG.
Wow.
And I was like, like he could have even talents looped in my hand and got rid of the nib before he did anything else. I don't know. He said he just forgot.
That's
The Fenrir was
crazy.
his,
That's crazy.
and it's
That's gonna
crazy
want
that
him.
off of something like that, I won a nat. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's mad. But like, I have huge respect for Ahmad. He's a really good player.
Yeah, he is
Um,
definitely one of the best.
he made like he made top 4 the next year as well. So he's a good player. He's a very good player. He'll get it one day, I'm sure.
For sure, for sure, yeah. And yeah, like when I was watching, like I was just scrolling through the match, you look very calm. You look so relaxed. Like
Bro, I was crying before. I was crying before.
yeah, it's crazy to hear
I
that.
got the
Like
emotions out.
I
I
can't
got the
believe it.
emotions out. I got the emotions out, and that was it. That's what I needed. I just needed that, and then I was
Wow.
chill.
Wow.
The thing is, bro, I was doing that all day. I was sending people first after sighting all day.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, this deck is crazy strong going second. Nobody seems to realize it.
Yeah.
I had Econs, Book of Moons, Lava Golems. I had such good non-engine for going second. I just sent everybody first going second, and like it messes with their head as well. So they're going to
Mm.
side incorrectly, and then it puts you at such an advantage. And I just took advantage of that fact.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Guys, we have 14 viewers on YouTube, 4 views on Twitch. Appreciate everyone turning up. Make sure to like the stream, share it, all the good stuff. And I do want to just read a bit of the chat to see what people are saying. So,
Oh, I'm worried, bro. I'm worried.
nah, you're good, you're good. We got light blue player, which is Ollie Newton. I've gone downhill since the Rise Heart band. Pot of Duality 6771. 2 streams in 1 day, bro, is locked in. We are locked in, and appreciate Danny coming on and hanging with me. Alex Robertson, imagine winning nationals, bro. uh, and Links is big. JY content is always wholesome, man. What a guy. Appreciate you, bro. And then Raw, I'm a Dinosaur 3997. What year were you at Worlds? I went to Worlds in 2017 and I qualified through Worlds points. Okay, cool. And let's see. All right, yeah, make sure you to like the stream, guys. We only have 1 like on the YouTube. We need a couple more likes in there. Please help your boy out and get me some likes. So yeah, so going back to nationals. What made you pick Kashtira for that year? Like, because there was a few other decks. It was like Super Heavy Samurai was quite popular. What were the other decks of that format, if you remember?
It was super heavy. I think Perling was a new deck. There was the plant deck. I'm trying to remember what else there was. Unchained hadn't come out yet. Rescuers wasn't a deck yet. I think Sprite was still kind of a deck. And at the end of that format, end of tier Sprite format. But like the obvious choice, I think, was Cash for me anyway. It was obvious. I played 2 or 3 regionals before Nats, like just before Nats. I topped them all with Cash. So I was like, I feel really comfortable with this deck. So it was an easy choice to make. Probably side deck was the only kind of, and like what cards you main deck as your non-engine. Those were the only questions I had going into Nats. But yeah, I locked Cash in pretty early for that event.
Yeah. Alex Robertson says that Labyrinth was also a deck. Because I think Alex and Gabe topped with Labyrinth that year. I believe both of them topped with Labyrinth. Okay, and Link's big. Also, can you ask him about Jess? Does he think it was malicious or just a brain fart?
I don't know. I can't say for sure. Like, I think you do get to that point where you're so close to winning it that you're not trying to be malicious, but you're trying to maybe see how much you can chance things, if you know what I mean. Like, yeah, I think you're just desperate to do really well that you'll consciously maybe try things that you normally wouldn't. I don't know the person that well or on a personal level at all to say whether it was truly malicious. That was literally my only experience with chess was that
Yeah.
build.
I mean, the thing is,
I
we don't know.
can't say.
Like, we don't know if there was any intent there. So it could be nerves. feature match, not feature match,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
just
yeah,
nerves of just being in that kind of situation, in that high
yeah,
pressure
yeah.
match. So yeah. Anyways, Raw I'm a Dinosaur, Brandon going second variants around some Lab 2. Ban list mid event was crazy. Remember when they announced the ban list? That was
Yeah,
nuts. Everyone just roared, like everyone was just going
bro.
crazy.
I was still playing. I was still playing that game, right? And my friends rushed up to me, balance, balance. I was like, dude, go away. I'm still in the middle of a game. And I'll tell you what happened that round as well. Actually, so it's so like the most bizarre. One of the most bizarre things that ever happened to me in a game. So me and my opponent, he's on Dragon Link. We're going into game 3. We're siding, right? And obviously the ban list erupts at that time. I don't know if he was just thrown off by what just happened. We start playing, and he puts his hand on the table and he's like, "Oh, I've made a mistake." I was like, "What have you done?" And he was like, "So his main deck and his extra deck were the same sleeves because I think he was siding an extra deck card,
Yeah.
uh, and he had mixed in like 3 of his side deck cards into his main deck. Like he pulled out like Striker Dragon and Savage and things like that. I got a judge over, and I was like, "GG, job done."
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna get game loss for that. And the judges were like, "Oh, just fix your deck and it's cool." Bro, my jaw hit the floor. I was like, "Why? Is that how that works?"
No warning. No warning.
Nothing, nothing. No, they were like, "Oh, well, to us it's just a random pile of cards. It doesn't impact his deck in any way." So apparently, the only way things can happen is if his deck is a different number, like his deck count is a different number. So then he sides out too many or sides in too many. That's the only way you can get like a minor
But
or a
there's
warning for that
no
kind of.
warning at all.
No, nothing,
That's
nothing,
weird.
nothing happened.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I won the game anyway, but I just couldn't believe it. I was like, he literally has extra deck cards in his main deck. So I was like, surely he's presented an illegal deck. And they were like, no, it's still just a random pile of cards.
Weird. That's crazy.
But I think yeah, bro. But the dude was a nice dude. He was so sweet, and he got really emotional. He thought like his event was over. He thought he was getting DQ'd or something, and he was visibly emotional. I didn't say anything, but like I felt bad. I felt really bad for him. So I was glad they didn't take any further punishment from that point of view. Like the dude was really upset. It looked like he made like a genuine mistake with the whole what happened
Yeah.
with the
Of
ban list at that
course.
time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he clearly just got caught up with it. But like I was glad we got to play the game. So but I was more stunned at, is that really the ruling? Like, what if that happens, like, in a different circumstances? What if that happens? I was like, does the guy just get away with it?
It's crazy.
Bigger rules just don't make sense to me sometimes.
Yeah,
It's a bit
it
crazy.
doesn't. Is that's crazy to hear. Yeah. Um. Okay, and like going to like the current kind of meta right now. How like
Mhm.
what do you think about the current format? So we have YCS, the 300 YCS. So we got Dortmund, Richmond, and Guadalajara coming up in literally like what
Mhm.
5 days time. What are your thoughts about the current format? And like, I know that you're not going to Dortmund, but if you were going to Dortmund, what deck would you bring?
If I was going to Dortmund and I had to pick a deck right now, I would probably take Draco Tail. Either that or no, probably just Draco Tail. Like the format seems obviously it's a brand new format, so I don't think a lot of people know what to expect. The prediction for most people is that Draco Tail will be the best deck, and I think it probably will be. But there'll probably be a few versions of it running about between the Magistas version or just the branded version. There's also Radiant Typhoon, which is I think it's a good deck, but I don't know how favorable the Draco Tail matchup is for that deck. Because Draco Tail cards are
It
just crazy
actually
to go
has a very good
second.
Dracoto matchup. Very
Does
good
it? Does
Dracoto.
it?
Yeah,
Right.
it actually the
But
MST just beats all the back row.
MST low key is like one of the best cards, just because of Flame. And I know there's an Elf Note Trap that is also like an Omni Negate, but you can use MST that way.
Yeah.
That's one deck that I think people might surprise people. I think some people have written it off. I think that might be like a low key sleeper deck. I don't know what kind of version of it. I think Fiendsmith version is probably the most popular right now. But I don't know. I think you could do well.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think Radiant Typhoon will definitely be a very, very strong deck. Like the YCS almost have similar representation to Dracotel, especially in the top cut. I think it'll convert well, but we'll see, we'll see. And the surprising thing is in the OCG there was a few Fiendsmith variants running around, like playing like one engraver, that type of thing to make
Yeah, I've
with
seen that.
the rank 3. I think is it the Jin, the rank 3 they make the light
Yeah,
fiend.
yeah. The Light Fiend.
But in the TCG, I don't think I haven't seen anyone really playing it. And even from the regional results, I think Radiant Typhoon did win one of the regionals, and it topped most of the others. It's just been the standard, very clean, just all wind monsters, no Fiendsmith in sight. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. And do you think Kashtira should come back? Do you think how do you feel about, like, we had the ban list recently? Do you think,
Yeah.
how do you feel about like Kashtira? Do you feel like the deck is a fair deck? What were your thoughts?
I don't know. I think they probably won't bring a Rise Heart back for a while. I think if they just ban Herald for the reason that a Rise Heart, they're very similar cards, obviously. I don't see it happening soon. Like, I would love it to come back. Genuinely, I would, but it's such a meta warping card. Like, I don't know if you remember back then. Literally, there were strategies that were unplayable because a Rise Heart was a thing. You literally couldn't play certain decks. I think a Rise Heart's at 1 in Master Duel. Maybe it's a 3. I don't know, but I think they do have it. I don't think it does anything there. I don't know about the OCG. I don't know if they have a Rise Heart legal. I don't think it would do too much, but it's still like a very powerful card, and I think it'll be a while before we see it again in the TCG.
Yeah. And what did you think recently? I've been watching, like, when it comes to new formats, I like to watch some of the old YCSs for kind of inspiration. And I was watching, I think it was YCS Bologna 2024, where the guys like Joshua Schmidt, Pack, they played like Fiendsmith, Kashtira, hand trap deck, right, where it was like 20 hand traps, Fiendsmith cards, and Fenris and unicorns. What did you think about that deck and that iteration of like Kashtira?
The deck at the time was a very niche deck for the format we were in. I think it was Snake Eye format, if I'm not mistaken. Snake Eye Ubel.
So, yeah.
So the idea with the Fiendsmith Kashtira deck was that a lot of the 1-for-1 hand traps that people were playing to beat Snake Eye weren't that good against the Kashtira Fiendsmith deck. And that deck would essentially grind out all the Snake Eye decks, and you would just have a really good time. I did play that deck for a little while, and just for that format, it was really, really good. It was a good pick, but I don't think the way Yu-Gi-Oh is now, I don't think you would necessarily play a deck like that anymore.
Yeah, you don't think that kind of deck is viable? Maybe like instead of using those particular engines, are there like new engines that you could use or that you think would be good?
With Cash in particular?
No, just in general, like, because that deck was like 2 engines, right? It was just Fiendsmith and Kashtira.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to bring that in the new meta, like maybe use 2 different engines and play like 20 hand traps, is there something like that? Do you think that could be viable?
I think just 2 engines and hand traps. The problem you have is, right, Full Loss is a card now. And Full Loss is a card that everybody will be playing. So, and that's not like that's more of a, it's not like a 1-for-1 hand trap. It's more of a floodgate A type hand trap. So I think decks like that, where you're just taking 2 engines and doing loads of hand traps, wouldn't really work right now. And the fact that Moon is banned and a lot of these kind of bridges are now banned, unless the decks have like direct synergy with each other in some way, then you wouldn't really be able to bridge your 2 engines effectively. The best examples are probably anything that can make Zombie Vampire. That's usually a good bridge into other things. So like Mitsurugi plus something might be a deck. What that something is, I don't know. I was a big enjoyer of Mitsurugi the last couple of formats, and I've tried things with it, but one Habakiri is just too rough. It just makes it really difficult.
Do you know? So just sorry to interrupt you, but Pure Mitsu won a regional yesterday in America, like a 200-man regional. Pure Mitsu, and then Mitsu Raizul got 2nd place at another regional in America, another like 200-man event. Like, these are both 8-round regionals where Mitsu won one of them and finished 2nd, which is crazy. When I looked at the list, they were just playing 1 Habakiri, 1 Murakumo, 1 Futsu. Like, they were going crazy.
What was the rest of the deck then? Was it just hand traps?
Yeah, it was just hand. So the Raizu Mitsu deck that came 2nd, it was just like pretty streamlined Mitsu kind of engine, and the Raizu package, 3/7 Tachyons, 1 Manju, and then just hand traps. Like, I did a stream earlier today covering the decks at that top. I'll send it to you after if you wanna have a look at that.
Yeah,
and then the pure Mitsu deck list is not out yet, but I'm sure by tomorrow the deck profile will be out where we can see it. So yeah. Big Stu Big Stu asked, he mentions Ib World Chalice had just come off the list at event, and vendors on the table went crazy to the point they had signs saying no Ibs for sale. That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then he asks you how long did it take to sink in that you won nationals, and what was your first locals like after winning nationals? Did you have like a hero's welcome? Like what was that like for you? Tell me.
Bro, you feel like a king. You feel like there's a red carpet in front of you. Uh, I don't know. I don't know if it sank in. That's the thing. Like, because I told you off stream that I didn't have any kind of an interview afterwards. I literally got handed a trophy and that was it. Like, I went about my day. And me and my friends, after, so Nats ended at like midday. It was like 3, 4 o'clock. So there's like a lot of the day to go. And people were just like clearing out the venue at that point. And it was too early to like, I don't know, go for dinner or do anything like that. So we went bowling afterwards.
Yo.
And that was it. That was our day. There was like 6 or 7 of us. We went bowling, and I won the bowling as well. So it was a good day.
Yo, jeez, double champ.
That was the real prize. That was the real prize. The bowling.
Yo.
What was the other part of the question? Sorry.
Um, yeah, just how long did it take for you for it to sink in, and then what was your first locals like after winning? Like when you went to
Oh,
locals
right.
after?
So my locals, they had like a kind of in celebration of me winning. They had like a special. I think we did traditional format locals as like a one-off. Um, and we had like pizza and drinks and stuff. It was a nice day. It was a nice thing my locals did on that day. You have to bear in mind, there's never been a Scottish champion before me, so it was
Wow.
a big deal for
Yeah.
the Scottish Yu-Gi-Oh community as a whole.
Damn. What? So you're the first Scottish UK national champion?
Yeah, there was a guy also called Danny a couple of years ago who
Got second,
a
Danny
couple of years ago.
Cairns.
This was like
Yeah, yeah.
Cairns, yeah. I think it was 2016 or something. It was a long time ago.
2016. I
He got
remember
second.
he lost to Jared Stone. That was my first nationals.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. He came close, but didn't get over the line. But I did.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, well done. I didn't know that you were the first. That's another kind of like credential there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Sick. And that's so wholesome that your locals did that for you. Had like a little pizza party and like
It was nice. Yeah, it
did a
was really
dope
nice.
format for you. Well, give them a shout out. What's the store? Are they still around?
Uh, it's called RNG, but they were called Comic Crazy at the time. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't go to locals much these days, but if you're ever in Scotland, yeah, check them out. It's a good scene.
So that's RNG like
RNG, just RNG,
R RNG
RNG,
in,
the
in
letters.
Glasgow, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool, cool. Check them out. Check them out if you're ever in Glasgow. And okay, and do you well, you mentioned something about, like the engines bridging, and it brings up like an interesting topic where a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are divided when it comes to bridges, like things like Moon of the Closed Heaven, and like Zombie Vampire, for example, being able to
Mhm.
bridge two engines together. Me personally, I'm a big fan of bridging. Like the decks that I played and had success with was bridge.deck, where you'd bridge multiple engines
Mhm.
together. And I love like the one aspect of like deck building in Yu-Gi-Oh that I love is being able to combine different decks and create something new. I don't like playing just a standard deck list or like putting just one archetype together and playing that. I love to
Mhm.
splash things together. But what's your opinion? Do you think bridging is good in Yu-Gi-Oh, or give me your thoughts about that topic?
I'm with you, bro. I'm the same kind of player. I love bridges that, yeah, where it's creativity at the end of the day. Like, these two archetypes were never meant to be played together, but you found a way, whether that's Herald of the Arclight, Zombie Vampire, Moon, all these kind of things, any light feed into being able to go to Fiendsmith. It's creative. It's what the game should be, rather than just Konami makes an archetype and you only play the cards and in that archetype. It's like every deck will look the same. So when like the Yummy Mitsu deck came out, I was like instantly on it. I was like, I really wanted to try it. I took it to a locals. I took it to a regional. I didn't do that well. I really liked the deck, so I took it to another regional, and then I won the regional. Um, it just felt really, really good. The deck just felt really, really powerful. So I'm like you. I'm a big fan, but I think it needs to be balanced. Because in the case of Yummy Mitsu, Herald was just a crazy card in general. So the fact that it was a bridge and an end piece and a floodgate, I think it was just a bit too much.
Yeah.
For me, like, I don't see Moon as a problem card. If we use that example, I don't really see it. I think the Fiendsmith engine is like a super fair engine. Like, it ends on at best what, a Caesar. Like, that's it. I don't. I think the Moon ban was more to like phase Fiendsmith out of the format than anything. Because again, I don't see it as a problem card, and I think there will be many bridges in the future. Like, people will always come up with stuff. There's like what 10,000 cards in Yu-Gi-Oh now. There's bound to be a bridge between two archetypes. Um, just about finding them and kind of, and it's nice when you're discovering a bridge for the first time and you take it to an event and then it like puts it on the map. It just makes you I think those are like the smarter players, the ones that come up with this kind of stuff, rather than just having an archetype that you did a combo with. Yeah, it's all about flexibility and stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, definitely agree there, 100%. And now speaking more broadly, like, what would you say is like your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh deck of all time?
Favorite deck? It's such a tough question. I have so many decks that I've loved playing, and I have so many different memories attached with each deck. So, like I mentioned earlier, the first meta deck I ever played was Burning Abyss, and I played that deck for years, bro, like years. And the first ever regional I won was with Burning Abyss, and it wasn't even when BA was a good deck. It was when Danger Dark World FTK was running around, and I didn't know that deck very well, and I was like, I just want to play BA. I took BA to a regional, and I won the regional with Burning Abyss. And I was playing like Second Light, uh, Gallus the Star Beast, ELS. The deck was weird, but it worked really well that day.
Wow.
Uh, so that was like, yeah, that was a really nice deck. Then I love Tier, bro. I love playing Tier.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I know it gets a little bit of hate, but bro, that deck. I've never played a Yu-Gi-Oh deck that's felt so complete as a deck. Like I think most people feel like this way. I could play Tier for like the rest of my life if it was a deck.
Yeah, yeah.
If everything was at full power, I would happily play Tier mirrors for like the rest of my Yu-Gi-Oh career. Like it's just a deck that didn't lose to like. Bear in mind, Shifter was like 3 at this time, and like nobody was really playing a Shifter deck, even though and there was fluid players obviously, but they were so few and far between that it wasn't even a thing. And even when Cash just came out, you were probably at the YCS. I think it was it Leo or Leon. I can't remember one of them. Cash just came out, and Tier was still at full power, and everybody was like, "Oh, Cash will completely knock Tier at the event," and Tier was like 60% representation top cut.
Yeah.
It just shows that even though there's a direct counter to the deck was so strong that it still performed really, really well. So, like that deck in terms of a power level, I've never played a deck as good. And I think I played like 4 or 5 regionals when tier was a thing, and it wasn't just like the Shizu tier; it was like different iterations. So it was like the Danger tier and things like that. I topped every regional. I played with that deck. I loved it so much. I think it was one of the decks that has a really high skill expression. You really needed to know what you were doing. And then I have to say Cash, honorary mention to Cash. Even though I wouldn't say it was one of my favorite decks, like when you do something special like that with a deck, it's always going to have a place in your heart.
Yeah, no, defo. Darth Trader YGO 9395 says, "Bring back old school grass decks. Never mind a bridge deck. I just want Spaghetti Junction decks back." I'm for that. I'm for that.
See, the thing he said is, I feel like, and I feel like this is one card in particular, and I have such a strong opinion on this card. Is Molchamri Fuelos. I hate that card. I don't know how you
Really?
feel, but I hate that card, bro. I hate it. I hate that
Okay.
card. I think it's probably like a really cold take, and majority of people probably wouldn't agree with me. But bro, I think that card is just warped Yu-Gi-Oh in a way that like it's basically Maxi, not to the extent Maxi is. You know what I mean? Like I now have to think about full loss anytime I build a deck. I hate having to do that. I hate having to think about one card in particular that
Hmm.
is skewing my deck choice. If you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but like personally, I think Fua isn't actually that bad because the thing about Fua is that you can only do it on an empty board, and it
Yes.
only
It's only a second
restricts.
card.
Yeah, and it only restricts summoning obviously from deck and extra deck, so you can still special summon in general, and like you can still give
Mm-hmm.
your opponent like two, give him like an extra, give him a +1, right? Give him 2 draws,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then still try end on somewhat of a half board. And I think going first in Yu-Gi-Oh is so broken. Like you're just able to do way too much, and there needs to be something to check it. Like Max C was just so toxic because it stopped any type of special summon. Like you got a reward from it, and
I
also
hate that card.
you could make a board and then max your opponent, like
And back
draw.
back it up with Maxi. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, literally.
Whereas with the Charmies, they hit a specific type of summoning, and it's just I personally feel Charmy should resolve. Because even summoning twice, a lot of decks can still end on really good half boards. Like if you're playing Dracotel, that when you charm a Dracotel player like pre ban list, they're smiling because they're gonna end on full board through Charmy, just giving you one draw or two draws. Even Yummy players, they'll cry, but they'll still at least have Snatchy and a Yummy, and they can still do 3 like interruptions, and they will still have hand traps as well. Like I've won several games, I've lost games charming a Yummy player, and they just interrupted me with like surprise, Snatchy, synchro, and then vice versa, where I've done that to players, book 2 their monsters, and I'm able to be in the game through Charmies. So I think they help kind of balance the game out. I just don't, for me, I'm the opposite end. I think Ash Blossom, shout out to Joshua Schmidt, who's Ash's #1 hater. I agree that Ash Blossom should probably go, because ashing a Charmy is literally that mini game. You ash a Charmy, you win. I think that is disgusting. I think that should be stopped. So
that interaction, yeah, probably. Do you think though, right? Do you think decks like Dracotel and Radiant Typhoon are the top of the meta because of a card like Full Loss existing? Do you not feel like that has a major impact on their positioning in the meta? I know they're really crazy strong decks anyway, but do you not think that has a big factor in why they're where they are?
100%. You're 100% right that like Fua is why like it does stop a lot of other decks, like combo decks, from being able to play. But I do think the issue is that a lot of combo decks, like when they combo, it's an FTK, right?
It's an FTK most of the time, yeah.
You let DDD combo, that's like 20 negates. Like you're cooked. And also DDD topped the regional recently, like yesterday. But
that deck's good, bro. That deck's good. Low-key is good.
You think so? Like, what are your thoughts on DDD?
Yeah. I've seen a couple of videos. Yeah, it's just, I think the problem with DDD was it was like a bit of a slop deck, but I think the newer cards have kind of streamlined it a bit. I was never a DDD player. I've just seen a couple of videos. That's the only reason I mentioned it. But no, like I said, I'm probably in the minority that don't like Fua. So when the ban list came out, I was in the car. My friend Pavi phoned me up. He read the ban list out to me. He said, "Oh, bro, there's one card semi-limited. It's a hand trap." And I was like, "Please tell me it's Fua." He's like, "No, it's draw." I was like, "No." But no, you're completely right. I do agree with a lot of what you're saying. I think maybe I've just had bad experiences with Full Laws, where I seem to always draw it going first, and it's obviously a dead card. And anytime I drop on my opponent, they seem to have a response to it. My biggest issue with Charmers in general is the fact that you can drop 2. I think that's my biggest issue with the fact that you can drop 2. If you could only drop 1, I would probably be fine with it. But because you can stack them, I just don't like that aspect of it more than anything. If you double full with them, or you Puruli and full lost them, that's basically max C. If you get double Charmy drop on you, that is basically max C. But I agree with what you're saying. Going second, you do need them for going second. It is true. But yeah, no, it's just probably just personal, bro. It's probably just personal. I just don't like them as cards.
I'm at the point, where low-key, like, for a couple days, I had, like, no Charmies in my deck because I hated getting ashed. I was like, I don't want to get ashed on a Charmy and just lose. I'm just not going to draw. I'm not going to play Charmies. But yeah, let's see what the chat is saying. Darth Trader says, I can vouch for Danny. When he played Tyr, it was like looking at that mathematical meme. Jeez, I know they're talking about, I think it's the hangover meme, right?
That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like, yeah.
Raw, I'm a Dinosaur. I like playing DDD, but that deck is flawed. The end board is very breakable right now. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Are there any cards, like you're going to be playing like Nationals format, right? So it's in a few, like June, May, June time.
Yeah.
Blazing Dominion is going to be coming out between that. Are there any cards you're excited for post Blazing Dominion? I don't know if you've looked into it.
That Dragon Hand Trap is broken, don't you think?
Yeah.
That's a crazy card. I've literally every deck I've tried, I've tested. I've been trying to fit that card in somehow. So I've tried it in. Okay, don't tell anybody this, but Vanquish Soul with that card is nice.
Okay. You just told everybody, but
yeah.
Okay.
Who's watching? Huh?
Yo, we got like 15 viewers on YouTube, 4 viewers on Twitch. We got almost a whole classroom of people here, bro. We're getting lit in here. We're getting lit.
Nice. Buy your VS cores. That's a good card though, bro. Like that's the kind of hand trap I like. I really like hand traps like that. It's really versatile. It's usable on both turns. It has kind of a lock on it, so it's not super broken or generic.
Yeah.
Uh, but like those kind of cards are really healthy for the game. I think we need more like that rather than like hand traps that last a full turn. Yeah, put some kind of lock on you for a full turn. I think we need more cards like that. Apart from that card, I'm trying to think what else is in that set. Is there any new decks coming out in that set?
I actually haven't looked too much into it myself. I know that there's going to be a lot of support for decks. Like I think Rocket gets some new cards, so Dragon Link can be are going to get some support. I think Cool Tunes might be getting some support too. I don't know if
I
it's
think
that
so.
set
Yeah,
where they get
yeah.
the one that does a hand loop. Yeah, I haven't looked too much into it, so can't really say much right now. Um, okay,
I probably will play that Dragon Hand Trap in whatever deck I play Max. More like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I think that's such a good card.
Oh, Clown deck comes out. Someone says, Send Duran says Clown deck comes out, and Fua mentioned is funny because DDD is cool, but I think it's unplayable with Fua existing. So yeah, I think they kind of agree with what you're saying there. Fua does make a lot of decks unplayable. Yeah. And guys, please like the stream right now. We only have like 2 likes on here. We need, if you're watching on YouTube, please like the vid
Pump up the
so we
lights.
can, yeah, pop up the likes. So help your boy out. We're trying to make it out the hood with this one. Um, so outside of Danny, outside of winning like nationals, what's like
Yep.
your like best memory like in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Wait, one
Or
second.
like
I'm
your
putting my
most,
laptop on charge. Give me 2
oh yeah,
seconds.
no worries, no worries, no worries.
I'm just moving some stuff around. 1 second.
All good, all good.
All right, go ahead. What was your question? Sorry.
Yeah, outside of winning nationals, I'm sure that's like one of your like most treasured memories. What would you say is like your best or most treasured memory, like playing Yu-Gi-Oh? It can be anything. It can be achieving something or something that happened with you and your friends or whatever. Just like your most precious memory outside of you winning nationals.
Oh, tough question because I haven't done much other than win that. The problem is I don't play enough like kind of major events for. Like, I've only ever played 2 ICSs, which is crazy to me. But
Mm,
travel from Scotland, like Jordan said to you last time, it's just difficult, bro. It's just really expensive, and the point I am in life now, I have more responsibilities and stuff, so
mm,
it's not always possible. But I went on a really big hot streak of we were topping like 10 regionals in a row, something like that,
mm.
right before COVID hit, and then COVID obviously shut everything down. Uh, so I've felt on top of my game at that point. I think what the format was. It was it just the end of toss format, like toss format into toss format just ending, and then
Mm.
yeah,
Thunder
COVID happened, and
Dragon,
then yeah,
Orcas,
we all kind of
Salaman
stopped.
Great, right?
Yeah. That format, that's my favorite. I don't know about you, but that's my favorite format of all time. I love that
Yeah.
format. Uh, More so because of the decks. I played all those decks and saw success with all of them. Um, I think a lot of people do like really like that format, where you could like you could felt really balanced at that point. There was I think Max D was gone, and there was nothing like I don't remember them being any problematic floodgates in that format or anything. I think the Yu-Gi-Oh was in like a really healthy spot around that time.
Mm.
I think there was Colossus, which was a bit of a problematic card, but
Yeah.
some decks just didn't care about Colossus. Some decks had really easy outs to Colossus, so I don't think it was that big an issue. But
Mm.
overall, yeah, that was probably my favorite format of all time.
Yeah. Like when I asked that question, I mean like is there anything that happened? Like for example, if I give you one of my I guess one of my precious kind of memories is I remember like my first nationals was actually the one 2016 where
Mhm.
Danny got second. So I have a friend. I call him Gramps. He's like my card sponsor. So like
Mhm.
he's always been like a big brother for me, and like he taught me how to play. He helped bring me to like a competitive level. And I remember for that nationals, I was struggling to decide what to play, and it was my first ever nationals, first time like traveling to staying overnight to play a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, staying at a hotel. It was crazy, and he built my deck for me like Friday, and I played extra deck Monarchs. and I managed to make it to top 32. And sadly, I lost in top 32. You know, Monarch is a bricky deck, and the bricks hit me in that top 32 match, and I was like super sad because I really wanted to go further and win. But I remember when I came up to him and I had like my packs and like my sleeves and mat and
Mhm.
stuff, and I just gave it to him because like I split all my prizing with him, right? And I remember he gave me a hug and said that he was proud of me. And I remember that like really hit me like emotionally because like I don't really have like like I don't have parents and things like that. And at the time, he was like almost like a parental figure for me. And hearing
Mhm.
someone say that, yo, like I'm proud of you for like doing something, and like it's also someone that I looked up to and respected, and I valued their word. It really, really meant a lot to me, and like that is like one of my like kind of precious memories in
Mhm.
Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know if you have anything like that, like any kind of memory or any kind of thing that happened.
You see that what you just said, your story, that's what makes it all worth it, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
Like that kind of validation at the end of it. You achieved something that probably to you wasn't like, again, you say you wanted to go further, but for him, he's probably like bro's first regional, bro's first nationals, and he's topped. It took me 5 6 years to even make top cut of a nationals, and for you to just do that in his eyes was probably mind blowing. Um, for me, dude, I'm struggling here. That's is such a big thing, and it's basically my whole personality at this point. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. I don't know. It's just for me, it's more it's more a respect thing in Yu-Gi-Oh, where you start performing, and people start taking notice, and I don't. Fear is probably the wrong word, but like you become that player that they're like, not that they look up to, but the kind of person they want to avoid. Like you were at that regional that time. That is like being at that level is and for a place like Scotland where we don't have a lot of players like that, being essentially one of the the better players or the good players in the area, it's for me it's a big deal. I don't know how other people feel, but it's a responsibility almost now. I know I don't play as much these days, and I don't see the local scene as much, but I'd like to think I'm still a respected figure. So for me, it's not obviously it's not answering your question completely, but over the course of my Yu-Gi-Oh career, I would say that is a major thing for me. Just getting the respect of fellow players and a lot of things. Not even before Nats, people were asking me for their opinions on their decks and what they should play and what I think about this, and just you looked at as like an expert almost, and that's a big deal for me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, I can definitely resonate with a lot of what you said there. And yeah, Senderan mentions Predaplant might be cool post Blazing Dominion. That'll be interesting. And Daft Trader Yu-Gi-Oh! Proudest ever seen Danny was when Pav won his first regional. Proud brother mentor.
Oh yeah, he saved me.
Hey,
Yeah, he saved me.
hey,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, see when one of your boys wins the regional for the first time. Yeah, yeah, that's special too. That's special too. Especially when you both built the deck together. I think that regional's funny. I was EXO going into the second last round, and he just wrapped his game up. So he came over to me, fully expecting me to be his opponent in the final. And bro, I fumbled the bag so hard. I was playing cash, and my opponent was unbranded, and I full board locked the guy, all zones locked, bar one monster zone, right? I just didn't have enough to do it, and I get a free Kara dropped on me
Wait, what do you
for
get
my
dropped on
whole
you? Hey,
board.
what?
Kurikara, the one that tributes your whole
Oh,
board.
Kurikara. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
damn. That's crazy.
He drops that on me, and the thing's on like 9K. He one shots me with it. I didn't know what hit
Yo.
me. I didn't know what hit me. I was just sitting there like games in the bag. I'm about to play my boy. He just drops the Kurikara.
What?
A funny moment though. It was a funny moment.
That's mad. Like that's some anime shit right there. Kurikara
Yeah,
tripping your
yeah.
whole board attack.
I was chilling. I've got the game on lock, and he just Kurikaras the whole board.
Yeah, yeah. The crazy, crazy. Um, Switching things up a little bit. So, you're a dad, right? You got two little ones, yeah? Like, when you like when your
Legendary.
kids when your kids become a bit older, like, would you be happy for them to play Yu-Gi-Oh, or would you want them to do something else as a hobby? Like, I'm curious.
If they want to, I wouldn't force it on them or anything. If they want to, but uh, I don't know. My parents were never big on like hobbies and things like that. They were very education focused and that kind of stuff. So they never took an interest in any of my kind of hobbies or never made me pursue a particular thing. So for my kids, it wouldn't. Yeah, again, like my kids are very young. They've got their own interest. They've seen my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff around, but they've never asked about it. They don't know what it is or anything. They're too young for that kind of stuff anyway.
Yeah.
I think if they wanted to, but I don't know. I'll tell them there's more money in Pokemon. You know, I would say that.
Okay. Okay.
One Piece. I'd say it's a financial mistake if you invest in Yu-Gi-Oh. Put it that way. But no, like I say, like if you have a passion for something, go for it. If you love something, like do it. Don't do it because your parents want you to or somebody's make you do it. If you love something, just do it.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm curious. I remember you mentioned one of your friends, like back at like uni, kind of college days, where he was like a closet Yu-Gi-Oh player, right? And he stopped playing the game, right? I remember he was like embarrassed to play, like, or if he was seen playing. Are you still in touch with that person? Like, does he know like what you've done in Yu-Gi-Oh now?
Doesn't know.
No?
He's still a friend. We still talk, but we don't talk about Yu-Gi-Oh. I think he assumes we all quit at the same time.
What?
So we
Really?
just don't talk about it. Yeah,
No
yeah. We just
way.
like he was quite like he would just get so embarrassed. He was like a really thankful person. Anytime we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh, he would just get so embarrassed, and I was like, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. It's fine. I think he just assumed we all stopped playing. Um, but yeah, like again, it's one of these things. Like at that time in life, you're like really self conscious about things, and depending on what kind of childhood you had, you need the time where you're trying to make new friends and establish like friendships for life and things like that, and you might meet a partner and things like that. So I think people put a lot of pressure on that time in their life, where you don't want to be like stereotyped into like the nerd that plays Yu-Gi-Oh or anything like that. Um, so yeah, again, I don't think there's anything wrong with being that way. I think if you're not comfortable with it, you should I'm not saying you should just be comfortable to being yourself. Not at all. If you're not comfortable with that kind of stuff, then you shouldn't force yourself to do it. Um, Everybody's their own person, but yeah, no, he doesn't know, so
You
don't
know
tell
what?
him.
I'm gonna come out left field
I
here.
dread,
Look,
I dread that conversation. I dread that conversation. If he was to, I don't know, find out somehow, he'd be like, "Bro, what the hell? It's been like 10 years." I don't even know what I would say at that point. I generally don't know what I would say.
I think they would be like, that's awesome. Like the thing is, I think right now, yeah, if you're watching the stream, there's like 15 people on YouTube, 5 people on Twitch. If you're watching the stream, first, like the stream, and then follow if you haven't.
Yeah.
Secondly, if you're in the closet and you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, come out the closet right now. Come out of the closet right now.
Yeah.
Just be
Nobody
happy
cares.
with
Nobody
who you
cares.
are. Even if you're in the closet in general, just come out. Be who you are. Be
Yeah.
happy with being who you are. Live your
Yeah.
life. Be
Yeah.
free. But like, I'm curious, like how old were you when you met your like wife?
Uh, 20. I got married at 25. I met her when I was 24.
24, yeah. And like, did she know that
Yeah,
you played
20.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Uh, she, well, I told her eventually. It wasn't like a straight away kind of thing.
Okay,
Can
okay.
you imagine she didn't know until this point? Can you imagine she doesn't
Yeah,
know?
tell me about that,
I'd
like
be
that
dead.
kind of dynamic. Were you like keeping it secret, like, because at this point you were quite competitive in Yu-Gi-Oh. You were going to regionals and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
like, did
yeah,
you
yeah,
keep
yeah.
it like yeah? What was the dynamic like? Did you like keep it? Did you like not want to tell her until like you locked it in? You know what I'm saying? Until it was confirmed that she was your thing. What was that like? Tell me. Tell
Yeah,
me.
end phase, yeah. End phase, yeah. End phase resolution. No, no, bro. The thing is, right? So I had a partner before that. I had a girlfriend, and I was playing at the time, and I didn't tell her anything. I didn't reveal anything to her. And she found Yu-Gi-Oh cards. She was like, "What's that?" I just said they were my brothers. She was like, "Oh, okay, okay, okay." And then at some point, she was like going through my phone, and she found messages with me and Pav, and we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, like combos and shit. And she didn't say anything at the time. and then she came at me like, "I found something on your phone." My mind immediately went to like the worst thing. I was like, "What the fuck did she find? Oh shit, what could this be?" You know, you start thinking like, what could this possibly be?" And she was sending like messages like, "This could be it for us," and that kind of thing. And I was like, "I've not done anything wrong." I mean, like, I don't know. I couldn't understand it. And she told me, "Oh, you told me these were your brothers." That, and then I just came clean. I was like, "Yeah, no, I play." And then she was like, "Oh, that's cute." I was like worrying about nothing. Uh, so then when I met my wife, I was just kind of open about it. I was like, "Yeah, I have this hobby. This is what I do." And she was like, "Oh, my brothers used to play this back when they were in school. I'll see if I have any old cards." I was like, "Can you imagine? She had like an LOB First Blue Eyes or something in her drawer."
Yo,
I was like,
what
"Yeah,
a
yeah, go
greedy
check, go
guy.
check, go
What
check."
a greedy guy, bro. My man's like, imagine
I
LOB
was like,
first
"Yeah,
blue
no, no, go
eyes.
check, go check." And she brings back the most ripped in half, beat up cards I've
Uh,
ever seen in my life. I was like, "No, no, don't worry about it. You can keep them." So yeah, no, I learned from the first time. Like, yeah, just again, you're gonna have to tell them eventually. Like, you can't keep a secret this big for so long. You may as well just be open about it. If they're cool with it, they're cool with it. If they're not, then yeah, so be it.
yeah, just be you. Honestly, like for me, I don't really worry about that stuff. Like I just tell them that I play Yu-Gi-Oh! And like very early on, like I've never had like nowadays especially is way easier than before. Girls are into anime, they're into gaming, like it's just
Yeah, yeah,
especially the fact
yeah,
that anime is super mainstream now. People are familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon are huge franchises, huge IPs. They're everywhere. Like they're every day I find out like there's a new famous sports person that has Yu-Gi-Oh cards or is into Yu-Gi-Oh or into Pokemon, that type of thing. So don't be embarrassed. Like you don't have to be shy or
yeah.
anything. Like they
I
don't have
think
to be in the closet.
those days are gone where you have to be worried about that kind of stuff. I think those days are long gone, and the older you get, the more you realize that nobody cares. Everybody's got their like weird hobbies and stuff. You know, they've probably got something even worse in the closet. So I always say to my wife, "Better I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player than I'm like a drug addict or something like that." You know, I could have a lot worse secrets.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a good message for everybody. Just do your thing. It's not that deep. Nobody's gonna like. If somebody like distances themselves from you because of Yu-Gi-Oh, then like they weren't like worthwhile hanging around anyway. You know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So
And Darth Trader YGO says video call him live reaction.
me, he
Yeah,
wants me to video call
yeah,
him.
yeah,
No, 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 no. I'll leave that for later. No, no, no. I don't know
Okay.
what he's on about. Ignore that guy.
Crazy.
Don't read any more of his messages.
Crazy, crazy.
I know who that is as
Um
well. It's funny.
okay, is it someone I know? Like I'm curious.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to out him right now.
All
He's
right, don't. Keep him a secret. Keep him a secret. Keep him a secret. Okay. Um.
maybe you don't know him. I don't know.
Okay. I guess before we're reaching towards the end of the show. Do you have like any kind of advice that you'd give to players who they're wanting to improve, they're wanting to get competitive at Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, what kind of advice would you give them to help them improve at Yu-Gi-Oh?
Just play as much as you can. Um, that's probably the best thing you can do. I learn mostly just from playing. Other people like to consume media, whether that be videos on YouTube or spreadsheets are quite a popular thing these days. It's just all about what you want to get out of the game. If you want to be competitive and you want to improve your game, I honestly think just playing is the best thing. Um, Playing is something I struggle with these days, just with time and other responsibilities. I can't get to locals at all really these days. I play a little bit online, but not much. But for those people that have the time and they don't have as many responsibilities and you want to improve, yeah, just play. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to try different decks. You learn more. You learn best by just playing a deck rather than videos. Well, for me anyway. Like me and you, our first interaction, we had a conversation at the end. You probably learned a little bit from it. I probably learned a little bit from it. That's it. It's just all about gaining knowledge where you can. I think what else. A big thing for me is body language of my opponent. I think a lot of people do that. Is I like to. It's probably really creepy if you saw me doing it, but I do like to just watch my opponent more than anything. They do some. Most people are not poker players in this game. You know, they will give things away. Um, you can use that kind of stuff to your advantage quite a lot. You can get reads on what they have. Do they have a play? Do they have a hand trap? I think that's something that is a skill worth having. I don't like playing online. You don't get that interaction with the actual physical person you're playing with. So, like going to locals, playing events, you get more of that kind of stuff. You know, if your opponent's thinking more, they might have multiple plays. If they're kind of quick to respond to you, it means they don't have as many plays. All that kind of stuff is valuable, you know, and it's definitely something I would promote to anybody. If you're looking for a skill to improve, then improve reading of body language. It's definitely benefited me a lot in the past, where I've thought about a risky play and I've looked at my opponent and I've kind of weighed it up that I don't think he has anything based on the way he's acting. He might just be a really good bluffer, and he does. And I've gone for the play, and it's worked out, and I've won games because of it.
Nice.
So that's something I preach to people whenever they ask me that kind of question.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of solid advice there, and definitely reads are definitely a thing. And it's one of those things that doesn't come up much, but when it comes up, it can make a big difference.
You see, in this game, when you're at a high level, you need those marginal gains. Any little advantage you can take. If it's you and it's another top player, and there's not much between you, and maybe you're on similar decks, those kind of small gains they'll count in the end. It could be what gets you the win.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And what keeps you playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Like I like to ask a lot of players this. So like, why? Like, what keeps you coming back to Yu-Gi-Oh? Why do you still play Yu-Gi-Oh?
It's just a hunger, a desire I have. I've never had any big hobbies in my life other than Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I play sports, uh, but that's more like a fitness kind of thing. I don't game at all. I don't play any other TCGs. Um, yeah, basically I've never had a proper hobby until Yu-Gi-Oh came along, and I was always so when I went to school, I was part of like a kind of minority group. I didn't really relate to the other people I went to school with. They had like different kind of hobbies where they like to go to parties, drink and stuff. That's nothing I ever did. Nothing I could really relate to. So I struggled in school. I wouldn't say I was like bullied or anything, but I was definitely like a loner. So I never had any like friends to latch onto with hobbies and things. And then when I got to uni, that's when obviously I met people that like Yu-Gi-Oh is something I have a history with. And from there, you go from playing casually with your friends to playing locally with other Yu-Gi-Oh players. You feed off their love of the game, and then once you start seeing success, you're probably the same, bro. The hunger, the determination, the desire. You need to keep feeding that beast. And when you
Yeah,
do something like I've done, like win Nats, bro, you're chasing that feeling forever.
yeah, yeah,
You're probably the same with Worlds. You're chasing that feeling forever.
yeah, for sure.
That's the thing. Like you want to constantly keep, and you use an evolving game. Formats change all the time. You want to still be looked at as somebody that's on top of the game. You don't want to just be, kind of left in the dust. And now I am at a stage in life where my kids, my house, and things like that are a bigger priority, and Yu-Gi-Oh does have to take a backseat a lot of the time. But anytime like Nats rolls around, bro, I'm locked in.
Yeah,
I need to win. I need to do well. I see nothing else. I do maybe take it too far. It does become an obsession. And I've learned to kind of deal with that a little bit more.
mm,
But it's just a feeling that it's probably like that with most hobbies and most interests. You're just chasing that feeling of success of you know validation almost in that you're good at what you do, and you're one of the best at what you can be. Like when you win something like Nats and you can say for a full year, I am the national champion. I am the best in the UK at this time. Nothing beats it. Nothing beats
yeah,
it. Like obviously, yeah, your kids get born; those are amazing feelings as well. But from like a personal point of view, especially because this game is really an individual game, and I know there's teams and stuff, and people play test with other people, and you see with other people. But at the end of the day, it's just you sitting down against an opponent. Nobody's there helping you. It's an individual thing, and it's only you that's going to succeed. Like you will have your testing partners, but at the end of the day, it's you that came first, not them, or you that topped and not them.
mm,
Well, they're good, and well, it's good to have teammates and stuff like that. It's definitely like it's a feeling only for you. And like I said, with me and Pav, we built that deck together, one card difference, and look how my event went. And it's not like he had a bad event. He went X3, but like we had the same deck list, and I wouldn't say I'm like a miles better player than him or anything like that. But it's obviously it's a lot of luck involved in Yu-Gi-Oh and things like that, and things have to go your way. And I will say to people, I wouldn't even say that I played my best Yu-Gi-Oh at that event. But it was my day. It was meant to be my day. Everything fell for me that day, and it's probably true for most people when they win events. Everything has to go your way. The stars have to align. No matter, you could be the best player in the room and have a really bad event because die rolls went your way or didn't go your way. You didn't see the right hand traps at the right time. All this kind of stuff. It's just part of the game, and it's a part of the game that I struggled with a lot early on. Like I would get so frustrated and beat up about not doing well at events when I felt like I was one of the better players in the room. Like the regional I went to where I played Yummy Mitsu, um, Gordon didn't go. I felt so confident in doing well, and he's the benchmark for Scottish Yu-Gi-Oh. He's been doing this for so many years that he's been the top dog for that long. But Jordan wasn't there, and I was like, I have a really good chance of doing really well. And then I won. I lost 5 die rolls in a row, and I was getting charmied everywhere. It just was a bad event. And then I took the same list to the next regional, like a month later, or something like that. And I think I went like 3-3 in die rolls, but I went undefeated the whole day. Same deck almost, just completely different results because that's just the way the game is. I went from beating myself up to again feeling really good because you won an event. So yeah, that's another piece of advice. Just you shouldn't get too beat up over setbacks and things like that. There's always the next event. There's always the next locals to play. There's always the next round. Like I know you've asked people about tilt and stuff. You know if you lose and stuff, and yeah, you can be angry and you can be annoyed. And a good example actually, Nats. I think 2024. I lost to some really bad deck. I lost to like some reptile Ogdoic deck, right, bro? He basically flipped rivalry games 1 and games 3. That's the only reason he won. I was playing Snake Eye, and I just sat down. One of my friends came over. He was like, "What happened?" I just ranted for like 5 minutes. I just had to get it out. I'm raging. I just need to speak about this. It's bullshit. Blah blah blah. I said whatever I said, and afterwards I forgot about it. I played the next round and I was fine. Sometimes you just have to get it out. Like, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, forget about it, move on." Sometimes you just have to get it out, get off your chest, and then you can move on. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. No, for
plenty for
sure.
you to take in there.
No, I appreciate you sharing that, and yeah, like spit a lot of wisdom there for sure. Um, Apple Tart, is that Nats Champ? That is Nats Champ.
Go away. Get him out of
Sleep,
here.
Sleepy Stella, Danny, you are still short, and Johnny Phillips, keep it going, buddy. Thank you, bro. We will keep it going. And yeah, everyone who's recently joined the stream, please first welcome and please like the stream. Let's try get it to double-digit likes. Appreciate everyone for turning up. We're at like 20 viewers, so yeah, let's go. Um, Sweet man, and like are there any things that you want to like share with the community that like we don't know about you? Any things that you'd like to share or give insight on about yourself as a player or as like an individual?
Uh, I might seem like a dickhead when we play, but I'm just a focused person. No, a lot of people have said this. Like people have said, "Oh, you didn't seem very approachable. You seemed intimidating." And I'm like, bro, I have to stay focused. I get distracted really easily. So if we start having a conversation, yeah, I lose focus quite easily. So if I'm ever playing and I seem a bit, I don't know, standoffish, then I'm just trying to focus. That's all. There was a guy last night I played, and I don't know his name, so I'm not going to share anything too much about him. He was playing Blue Eyes, I think, at the time. He seemed like a bit of an awkward person, but we sat down to play, and I think he activated a card. I said no response, but then he said nothing afterwards. And then I just kind of looked at him, and he didn't say anything for like 3-4 seconds. And then I kind of leaned forward a bit, waiting for a response, and he spoke. And then at the end of the game, he was like, "Why were you staring at me so like why are you trying to intimidate me? Why are you staring at me?" I was like, "Bro, I was just waiting for a response. You didn't say anything. Like I need to know if you're training anything." And he was like, "No, I feel like you're just trying to make me uncomfortable, intimidate me. I feel like you're trying to shark me." And as soon as he said shark, I was like, "Whoa, do you want me to go get a judge if you're accusing me of this kind of stuff?" He was like, "No. I just thought I'd let you know." I was like, "No, if you felt that way, I'll go get a judge. You can tell him your side of the story, and we'll see what he says." Anyway, he packs up his stuff and he leaves. And I was like, that was a bizarre interaction. And the people dueling next to me, they wrapped up their game, and I was like, "Bro, guys, I just want to know, did I seem like a dick or anything there?" Like, did you? And they're like, no, he seemed like the dick, if anything. I was like, right, okay, cool. And then anyway, so I pack up my stuff. His deck box is still sitting at the table. And I was like, I'm in two minds whether I walk outside and chuck this in the river or I hand this in to the judge. Obviously, I did do that, right? So I handed it into the judge, and I went and found the guy, and I was like, "Listen, you left your deck box at the table. I've given it into the judges." And yeah, he said nothing. He just kind of walked away. But I don't think I gave off like a rude vibe or anything. I think he was just maybe an uncomfortable person. Again, like I say, like I lock in like really hard when I play. Maybe I do give off that vibe. Maybe he did feel uncomfortable, and I apologized to him. I was like, if I'm making you feel that way, I'm sorry. It's not my intention. I just get quite serious when I play, and it's probably true for a lot of people.
Don't stress it. Yeah, it's
But
something
yeah, don't be
like
scared. I'm only 5'5".
yeah.
Don't be scared.
Nah, no, don't
I
stress it.
can't
Like
say this
literally
anyway.
everyone is like that. Even for me, like when I'm locked in, I'm pretty serious. I'm pretty intense. You just turn it on. And you just
Yeah.
that's just part of it. So yeah. Will we see you on plants again this year? Question mark. Danny, me and
Who's that?
Pav got you gold pride core. So that's Appletar says, will we see you on plants again?
So
Sleepy
many
Stella.
inside jokes coming out. So many inside jokes coming out.
Ah, I see. I see.
Yeah, you need to come to Glasgow soon. You need to come for a regional in Scotland soon.
I'm down. I'm down. Like if
You
there's
need to
one
meet these
coming,
clowns.
I feel like I probably met some of these lads before, like way back then. I
You
remember
probably have,
like
yeah.
yeah, I'm down to go. It's a bit of a trek, but
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
If we ever get regional, bro, we barely get any events. It's so like frustrating these days.
Yeah.
We used to get like 5, 6 Scottish regionals in a year. We're lucky if we get two now. It's really bad. I don't know what's going on. Like OTS stores just seem to be dying, and that's one part of the game that's kind of worrying me. It's probably the same everywhere in the UK. Like stores are just shutting down left and right, and yeah, we're losing a lot of big events because of it.
Yeah, I think Yu-Gi-Oh is gonna make a comeback. I'm pretty sure Yu-Gi-Oh is
I hope
gonna
so. I
be
hope so.
is gonna make a big comeback soon. So yeah, don't sell out just yet.
I've sold that many times. I always come back.
Okay. Nats Champs. So Colossus 420 says Nats Champs knows how to count to 5. Okay. Okay. I don't know what that means, but I think you probably I don't know if that's
It
an
means
insight.
you remember the final with Ahmad.
Oh damn! Okay, the
You couldn't count to
summoning.
five.
Oh, 5 summons. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah.
Okay, cool. I think this is a good place to wrap up. Appreciate everyone for turning up. Danny, thank you for the time. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and look
No,
forward
I've
to
really
seeing you
enjoyed
at
it. Thank you,
nationals
Jay.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like any shouts you want to give while I have you here?
I think they've spoken enough in the chat, these guys, that I need to shout out. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Cool.
Shout out everyone from Glasgow. They're a they're a good group of guys. We always make it down to Nats in a force, and hopefully we'll bring the trophy back with us again.
Hopefully not. But yeah, that'll
We'll
be good.
see,
It'll
we'll
be a good
see.
event. It'll be a sick event. It'll be sick. Everyone like and subscribe, follow. We have a week left to the YCS. I'm gonna be trying to stream a lot just throughout this week to prep for the YCS, and also at the YCS itself, I'm gonna be doing IRL streams. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff. I got a lot of things planned, so make sure to like, subscribe, follow all the good stuff, and yeah.